What are fossil fuels and what are they used for? Fossil fuels make our electricity, heat our homes, power our cars, and are changing our climate. Fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas, are concentrated organic compounds found in the Earth's crust. They are created from the remains of plants and animals that lived millions of years ago in the form of concentrated biomass. 95.4% of fossil fuels are used for transportation, 66.4% are used for electric, and 68% of coal and natural gas is used opposed to nuclear, hydroelectric, and other energy sources. Fossil fuels are used to fuel our cars and airplanes, power electricity plants, and heat our homes. They're used to make medicines, cosmetics, plastics, sunglasses, tires, tennis balls, synthetic fabrics. They're all made from oil and gas. What would have happened if we never started using fossil fuels? The amount of calories we eat from plants or eat from animals that eat plants is dependent on the amount of fixable nitrogen in the soil. Nature provides some of this fixable nitrogen through the action of fungus, which live on the roots of certain clovers and soybeans. Human beings add fixable nitrogen to the soil by making fertilizers from the Haber-Bosch process, which uses natural gas. Without natural gas to run this process, the amount of nitrogen and calories would be half of what it is now. Therefore, the population of the world would be 3.5 billion. The vast majority of our electricity is run by coal and natural gas. Without these fossil fuels, we would still learn to generate electricity from hydroelectric plants, windmills, solar panels, and eventually nuclear power. However, these facilities would provide much less electricity than we have today. We would use it for lights and other power sources instead of air conditioning. However, without air conditioning, we give people a chance to enjoy the fresh air and go outside. Without the fossil fuels, we would be slowly running out of trees to provide heat for our homes and public facilities. In the cities, there would be no more skyscrapers because only basic charcoal iron is available. With shorter buildings and little to no transportation, there would have been a drastic decrease in what we know as the suburban sprawl. Iron could be used in low-pressure steam engines and basic locomotives, but personal automobiles would not have existed. How would we get energy if we stopped using fossil fuels for the future? One source could be a solar power satellite, which would be displayed at a large platform in space near Earth, typically in a high orbit where the sun shines almost constantly, where it would harvest sunlight, convert it into electricity, and then transmit it to its receivers on Earth for use. Another source is tiny particle accelerators. Scientists claim that their particle accelerators could create the same amount of energy for 1 ton of thorium as 200 tons of uranium, or 3.5 million tons of coal. Although not new technology, scientists believe that wave energy will grow in popularity in the future due to the fact that it is much easier to predict than the wind or solar power, and therefore easier to integrate into a grid. Scientists are researching the idea of converting the common algae into a renewable fuel which can be used in automobiles. The research is done on algae which can survive on nitrogen, phosphorus, sunlight, and carbon dioxide, and from which organic acids and subsequently biofuel is produced. A last source would be putting solar panels on cars to use the sunlight to charge the car. Or you could have a charging station that has solar panels attached to it that will be able to plug into your car and charge your cars normally. Eliminating the use of fossil fuels will change the path for our world's future.